I am already exhausted. I might have to cut up this vlog because it's the weirdest thing. So we have renters that live like diagonal to us, and they're always vacuuming their backyard. Like I don't know why, but now I heard some vacuuming from like that house. I'm thinking, I don't know what the new trend is that they're vacuuming. Maybe I'm just mishearing it. Legit sounds like that they're vacuuming. So it was really loud. So if they start up again, I'm gonna have to stop recording. But so what ended up happening was I edited my mermaid wipeout, and not only did I not get enough footage to make it to the 10-minute mark, but I also got like kind of competitive about it because I was like, no, like I can do better. So my boyfriend and I, we did break up. Not really a story there, but then I was like, hey mom, can you film me? But it's also been a hard time because I didn't record a video for my main channel this weekend. And I've just been having some, I guess, mental health issues. I don't want to call it an issue because I think it's just a phase I need to get through. But oh my gosh, I just like easily get triggered and I cry, and that's just how it is. And I think it's because a lot of people have been struggling in quarantine, and I've just had to be extra careful, extra in quarantine. And I was doing so well, but I think it just caught up with me, and now it almost feels like a full wasted year. It's a throwaway year, but so then we get in the pool, and then I start crying, and then we have to wait, and then the phone overheats. Then my mom records, and I feel good. Then I think I cried again. It's okay. But no, you know, I've calmed down. We've had a good chat. So I don't know if my mom is going to go to a patio hangout tonight or not. But I'm just glad I got the crying out of the way because I feel better. So maybe I'll film some stuff later today. But oh my goodness, my phone case has become so brittle. My mom literally just came back to check on me because she thought she heard me crying. So obviously I've been crying so much these days. It's been like phantom cries. So that's always good. She's nice about it. But yeah, we only kind of have one shower in use because we don't really want to have two showers to clean. So my mom's going to take a shower, see if she wants to go tonight or not. I don't know. She may not be in the mood. Maybe I'll hang out with her and we'll play board games. But right now, I guess the pool's to myself. I think I'll just chill. I pat myself on the back. I already did my 15 minutes of filming. Work day complete. Oh, finally. This is only a 2-minute treatment, but it's like the more that I use it, the more like the piece gets clogged, so the sensor doesn't work. And so this 2-minute treatment will sometimes not go off for like another 5 minutes, but I kind of like, I hear like a certain noise. It's like I know it's about to be done. But usually you're supposed to just breathe normally, which I do. But towards the end, it's like, oh, shoot, was I daydreaming this whole 2 minutes? I got to get all the medicine I can. And that's when I breathe real deep. But I don't always do it. It's like the middle of the day. But like when I'm on that commitment for that month to do this inhaled antibiotic, you got to keep with it. So it's 3 times a day, which is really frustrating when like I was in school or when you have traditional work hours. It's one of those things too. It's like, okay, you can make it work, but you have to be on point with your schedule, because let's say like you get home and you're really tired and you fall asleep, then you wake up and you're like, shoot, I forgot to do the middle of the day. And because you have to space them out, you pretty much just like skipped over the middle of the day, and you're not really supposed to skip out on antibiotics. So you really definitely have to be diligent about that. I know this is kind of random. I don't really talk about it much because there's so many reasons I don't talk about it. and it's not anything about being secretive to people on the internet. It's just the fact that I constantly struggle with what I want to do in my life. And America is a cruel world. Well, no, America is, but it's corporate America that I worry about. Because even though it's illegal for HR people to rule me out because they're like, oh, look, she got a condition. They will. They really will. That's just the reality of life. So that's why I don't really talk about it. That's one of the biggest reasons why I don't. Also, it's kind of hard because, you know, the internet can be very critical, and sometimes it's nice having a little bit of privacy. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And then I'll be doing this plus more. I have a later tonight before I go to bed. So this might just be like, oh, that was quick, that was easy. No, I have a lot of breathing treatments that I do. This middle of the day one is just really nice that it's 2 minutes. But the middle of the day part is inconvenient. It works. It works. I'm okay. See, that's another thing too, is I feel like I want to be honest, but I also don't want you feeling sorry for me, because sure, like, it is hard, but when you've had something all your life, you've also been conditioned to it. So whenever I've opened up about it and people take this time to give me this speech and feel really bad for me, and I totally get it, so I'm not like offended or annoyed or hurt by it, but it's also hard because it's like, this is so much of my reality. It's hard for them when people come back at you with like, oh no, I feel bad for you. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's okay. And it's still okay. Like, if you're somebody that doesn't have a health condition, you can't, sorry, this is in your way. You can't even relate to what I'm saying now. And no, I don't want you to second guess things when your friend opens up to you about something and you're like, oh shoot, how do I have to respond? It's okay, it's whatever. I am talking a million miles a minute. But yeah, so don't be too worried about having the proper reaction to a family or a friend who is opening up about some condition. It's okay. But basically, yeah, that's why I don't talk about it all that much. I hope it turns you on, though. So I gotta go, ow, oh gosh, oh, my foot. I gotta go rinse this off, and I have perked up. So I want to eat some ice cream, because now that I have energy, I want to just be sugar rushed. And then I'm going to film a workout challenge for my main channel video, and then take a shower and probably just chill. I got this book. Look at it. I got this book. I'm only 3 chapters in, and it's one of those things where I lack a lot of confidence with things. It's just how I am when it comes to like business. Like, when people talk business to me, like, what are they saying to me? And instead of just giving myself a beginner book where they could use big words and I could be, I'm not looking to get a book that discourages me. I'm here to learn. So what's really great is the 4 dummies line is literally for people who are going into a subject that have no prior knowledge. So I wanted to get a 4 dummies book, and there's multiple personal finance books, but I figured maybe it was better that they had one for my age, 20s and or 30s, and it's been updated. So I kind of like to have somebody writing, catering to me, and acknowledging that millennials are having a rough time getting things together in their 20s. So, but it was really funny because in the beginning of this book, he literally said, which kind of was so, I was like, I was so miffed. Where was that? So he acknowledges that some people reading this, they live on their own and they're having to deal with their own struggles. But then the other half of the readers, they're the ones that are still living at home. As he says, this isn't true for all 20-somethings, of course, because some young people still live at home or have financial dependence on their folks. Maybe that's why they bought you this book. And I just was thinking, you know what? I sense some judgment here, because even though, yes, my mom did buy me this book. It was my idea. I picked it out. She was just really nice and covered the cost of it. It was about $20. But, yeah, I don't know. I was miffed. I'm still reading it. I still like the book so far. I don't have a full review to talk about, so that'll be like a separate blog post maybe. But there's nothing wrong with living with your parents, okay? There's so many circumstances where it's like, this is okay. It is smart. I definitely think you should take the time to really evaluate yourself and your finances and maybe get a book about it and then go from there to be, again, smart. But no, like, don't feel ashamed if you live at home. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is a terrible lighting thing. First, when I did it, I was thinking, oh shoot, I brought my phone into the pool and it's having some issues. But I think it's a glare. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a glare.
Look.
You're too busy napping.
Look outside.
When your friend is there. Do you not know your friend?
Look. Look, kitty, 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 kitty. Look.
Today has been a very, very exhausting day. I'm covered in cat scratches. We only got one kitty in the crate to have Nikki. It was Sneaky Nikki. We got her to get her nails professionally trimmed. Percy's was a big baby. I don't want to spoil too much of it because the footage is nonetheless fun, and it's all for the Snowy Bengal Cat channel, so go subscribe, go watch. But honestly, I'm so tired. I just want a nap. So I'm going to nap. Percy's, are you all riled up? At first he was real mad because he didn't understand the crate. But then I was giving him some love and he was purring and then he wanted to play. But every time we played, you kept running off with your toy. You can see he puts it behind the TV. Do, 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 ooh, ah, ah. Okay, it's your toy. It's your toy. You can have it. We're still gonna nap, but I have my agenda out because I'm kind of seeing how long I can nap because I still want to get all my goals in. So, cat nails. Check. Filming of doing the cat nails. Check. Tonight I want to try to do some live streaming. The whole thing about the live streaming, different vlog explanation and stuff. Gonna try to do that, a little practice. I want to read. That will put me to sleep. Maybe I should do that before my nap. Yeah, good enough. There's a thing on here that just says general vlog. Could check that off too. This is trying to make nothing out of something out of nothing, and call it a vlog. I feel pretty good. I can nap. I don't need to set my alarm. I'm awake, but I'm lazy. Do I wake up? I guess I should. I'm getting up. Feeling rather chatty today. So I was pretty much lost in thought, just digging for gold, the typical reading time. I'm learning all about debt, which is kind of boring. We did stuff about student loans. Don't think I'll ever be getting additional education except for online classes I can find and maybe a certificate program. I swear, it's just so exhausting and such a ripoff these days. I'm over it. But, obviously, I took the time to film because I'm a little bit bored. It's still a well-written book. I still like it. I just went swimming and I got dressed in the same clothes. Oh, hey, Percy's. So what's about to happen is we are going to leave these kitties alone and we're going to travel somewhere. And there's this really cool bridge that goes over a highway, which is kind of nice because it's noisy, but nobody's around to disrupt people. We're outside, we're safe. And I am going to do my first live stream. So I don't know how it's gonna come out. I might fumble on my words, the quality may not be good, but basically a test run. And the sun is set to set in an hour or so, but it's been kind of cloudy out. So unfortunately, we're not gonna get a fun sunset or anything like that. We get to show you Dallas traffic, I guess. It's not even rush hour. It's not even that cool, but it's something and it's a practice run. So yeah, kitty. These kitties are so chill right now because they got a new cat scratcher and we put some catnip on it and they were all about it, and then they hard snooze right after. Another day in the life of a cat mom. The kitties love their ping pong balls. They lose them, of course, but it's another story when they lose them behind the washer and dryer because then they become obsessed with trying to get it out. And we don't really like them behind here because they could just touch things they shouldn't be touching. So I am going through great lengths to get it out. And it's really hard. I have a mirror and a ruler that I use. Oh, I saw some. Oh my God, the cats are batting at the yardstick. I hear you, kitties. you can see why I don't want them back there. It'd be one of those things where they would keep trying every day to get it, and I'd rather them not be here at all any of the days. My mom took over, and in like 5 seconds, she was able to unplug the ping pong ball, but then she lost the yardstick behind the washer, and she goes, "Thanks for playing," and just left. So I don't know if the kitties can get the yardstick out, but I guess it's now fair game for them to get the ping pong ball out. Let's get it way over there. Yeah, you guys keep it in the dining room. Yeah, it's rainy, so it's supposed to be a lazy day, but it kind of feels productive. Yesterday, we managed to take Nikki to the groomers, which I think I told you about. Just Nikki, not Percy's, but I was finally able to get all the footage I needed and to wrap up this cat nail clipper video that I was doing for Snowy Bengals. I don't know what it is, but it seems almost like Nikki has been more lovey-dovey since she's been back. Like, you can pet her a little longer. Other than that, like, you can ultimately say nothing's really going on here. Just cat update, you know, it means nothing really is going on if I have a cat update to tell you. So there's like an issue. I was like, okay, I'm gonna manually upload to YouTube, which to me, honestly, I feel like it takes longer. I'll just do it that way. There's some B-roll of showing you what I do. Just like the washer scenario where Percy's gets stuck, Nikki jumped on the top right here, and then she didn't really like it that I was kind of grabbing at her, trying to scoot her around and push her onto the bed. No, she decides to jump behind it. She's not meowing now because she's trying to play it cool, you know, not panic and that, I mean, the only way she's gonna get out of there is if I do something about it. Whoa, oh, right on the computer. That's a feisty kitty. Oh! It took like over 5 hours for my video to upload, and then bam, copyright claim, ineligible for monetization. It's like, I should have known. I feel like deep down I did know. But like, I guess it was just, I had some like anxiety or adrenaline, but I've been just worn out. Like, I got into a new shirt to maybe film or go for a walk, and I just like don't want to do any of that. I don't know. It's like I'm lying down to sleep, but I don't think I can sleep. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, hey, what's up? Chilling in my car. It's my mom's car. It's a lot nicer than mine with the leather seats and all that. So my mom and I have back-to-back eye appointments, and they told me I have to wait in the car because my mom is going first, which is totally fine. It's kind of hot. I don't know. I have the keys. I don't really want to burn my mom's gas. I feel kind of bad doing that. So I'll just be miserable in the car. But I got my hydro flask with some ice, so that will keep me cool. I would have been okay waiting in the waiting room if I was the only one, but they don't want that, and that's fine. Like, I'll respect that. But you better believe I have my double masks because they have filter pockets. So this one has a filter, but it has a vent, and that's been proven to not be as good as like the full-on cloth mask. So then on top of it, I do a cloth mask. And there is no way those germs are coming to me. I tried to triple mask it, but then my ears couldn't handle it. So maybe I need to like learn the clip method where like I bobby pin some of them to my hair. Maybe that's dramatic, but I'm somebody that even if I can't breathe very well, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't get nervous about that. I just get nervous by the fact that I am outside of my house during a pandemic. That's what freaks me out. So yeah, I'm just talking for the sake of talking now. I'm kind of bored. I've had a lot of appointments this week, which is a little annoying because it kind of disrupts my groove. I'm somebody that I get a little too obsessed with my homebody habits of, you know, YouTube, when it's like, probably should spend a little more time doing other things. But I do essentially love it. But I think I'll be happy to get all the appointments done this week. Sadly, like, I'm finally out of the house. I'm here vlogging, and it's just not that interesting. So, Yeah, my vlogs won't be all that interesting for a while, but I try. Do you like my outfit? I have my hydro flask. I love it. My, I guess, ex-boyfriend got it for me, and I love it. So, still keeping it. I love it. I do. So I'm very appreciative of that. So thanks if you're watching this. I'm not wearing any pants, and I'm not gonna change that. So I'm just gonna put the blanket here. And oh man, this is a terrible angle, and I'm so sorry, but this entire vlog is terrible angles. The curtain is in the shot. If I were to be normal, I'd be cut off. So I have you on a windowsill, so I'm like hunched over. I realized this was a very chill vlog, and it's honestly just what I needed, where, you know, no fancy edits, just give me a platform and I'll talk a lot. And I honestly just really needed to talk to someone. I've been in quarantine since March. I've only left the house for appointments, like getting a flu shot or some type of like annual exam on something, like my eye exam, you know, and all those stuff, just essential stuff. And even though I'm still seeing people outside, like, you know, I had like swim dates with my boyfriend, even though now he's my ex-boyfriend, I still on the regular don't see a lot of people. I just hang out with my mom, and I love my mom, but I feel like I function better when I'm routinely seeing people. And as much as I am comfortable with the habit that I have of like filming for my YouTube channel, then editing, and then on repeat, it's really just a very small handful of tasks on a continuous loop. There's no break to go out to eat for dinner, and I felt like I was okay, but I think I bottled up those feelings because while I was vlogging this, simultaneously I was filming a workout challenge, and I started breaking down during the workout challenge, and I'm still editing that workout challenge, and I feel a little iffy. It feels weird. Like I don't really want to capture somebody's attention and be like, now that I have you hostage, you're my therapist, you know? My mom was concerned because eventually she kind of was like, I'm speechless. Like, I don't know what to say. I think maybe you need to see a professional. And it's hard because sometimes it's like you just have to go through that phase. Like there's other times where you need help because you're in so deep and for so long, like you need to partner with somebody who can truly help you get out of that rut. But oftentimes it is a phase. It's just I haven't had a phase where several days crying, breakdown crying like 5 separate times a day. Like that's, I can see why my mom was worried, and I was kind of worried because it's not like I woke up feeling like, oh, I feel a little hormonal or just emotional already or like easily triggered. I would wake up and feel fine, and then it would take a split second, and then I would just break down crying. And during that time too, besides like, I feel like the breakup and then my mental health issues were separate, but then of course they come together to just intensify the situation. So I felt like I still couldn't just not do YouTube, but I kind of needed to relax myself where I film a bit less. I do other activities like reading. I had some appointments, which is probably honestly good for me to get out and do those. You better believe though, after having a few appointments this week that I already have, like I put a zinc tablet under my tongue, I had an emergency drink, and I'm going to be watching my water intake and sleep. The whole list. I'm just making sure that if I were exposed just a little too much to the germs, the evil germs, that my body can fight it off. Because there is still a chance. Like that's just kind of how a virus works. Even though this one is so foreign to our bodies, it can work. So yeah, ended up, I kind of honestly like how this vlog turned out. I think I'm just going to cut it off there because if you let me, I will talk at you for hours. But as of now, I don't have breakdowns. I don't get too upset. I feel like I cried so hard. My tear ducts are all dry and shriveled up. But honestly, you know, like once you get out those intense feelings, you feel kind of like back up here and you're just cruising, and I'm just going to continue cruising, and I'm going to though be more mindful of like breaking up my time more, shifts my focus. And I think that's what I was so zoomed into my YouTube channel and had so much time to overthink where I am on YouTube and my life and finances, that it just bogs you down, and like you can't continue on like that. So okay, now I'll wrap this up, but hopefully you take it from me like, oh gosh, because I know there's some of you that are still having to be very careful and very diligent in quarantine, and it's hard because everybody else is just getting a little bit more relaxed all around you. But I am telling you, stick with it. You are not alone being miserable. You're not. But just stick with it. We got this. You know, you comment below, and you know I respond to all my comments. I read all of them. So, you know, we can just talk it out. So, it's okay. Thank you so much for watching and being a listening ear while I really, truly took you through my weeks. So, I love you. I mean it. Bye, guys. Also, another YouTuber pointed out that this here, like as a transition or whatever, is dorky now. Nobody told me that.